Hey up, welcome back to Fishing Up North. Clearly I'm not fishing here today, but I thought I'd start today's video slightly differently. And I don't know why, but I thought I'd show you me packing my car up. So I'm off out on a 36-hour session, which you'll see after this introduction. And I thought, I don't know why, but yeah, I thought I'd show you me packing the car up. Some people might find it interesting, some people won't. Also to show you all the bags that go into it. Also partly because I think, you're thinking, do I take too much stuff? And I know I take too much stuff. Everybody takes too much stuff with them. But I thought I'd just show you what I'm putting in the car and the jigsaw it is to get it into the car. I don't have the biggest car in the world. It's a Honda Civic, but it all goes in. So, here we go. Hey up, welcome back to another video, another 36-hour session. Just arrived. I've literally just taken the stuff out of the car to the peg, and we are fishing a brand new place to meet, as always it seems to be, a place called Oakland Waters in Goole in Hull. There's the peg behind me there, see some more stuff. So I'm in peg 1 and 2. And new character unlock. Gonna get to meet my good friend, good fishing buddy for many years. We've been fishing together for a long time due to family commitments, kids, jobs, everything else. So this is our first fishing trip together for about 2 years. But yeah, you're gonna get to meet Jimmy today. Right, let me go and get to the peg, get some stuff set up. I've just spoken to the guy in peg 3 next to us. He's been here, well, today is Tuesday. He's been here since Sunday and he hasn't had anything. But all good. One slight and annoying thing, you research a place on the internet and it says no bait boats, and then you get here and it says bait boats can be used. That's so annoying. So I haven't brought my bait boat, which is slightly annoying. However, I am only half an hour from home, so I'm seriously thinking about going home and getting it once Jimmy gets here and I'm all set up, etc. But yeah, we'll see. I've also forgotten some smelly catfish pellets, so potentially I may end up going home, but it is what it is. Right, I'm gonna set you up on another time lapse to see me getting set up. All right, see you soon. Okay, sit rep. Currently is just gone 12 o'clock. Been here since, what was it? I got here about 9:30. Got all the rods out, which you saw me do the time lapse on that. I've actually been home since as well to go and pick up, because yeah, it's one of them annoying things where it says you're not allowed bait boats on the website, and then you get here, there's a big sign saying bait boats can be used. But luckily this is only 25 minutes from my house, so I could go back home and grab that. So we're currently all set up, well, semi set up on the peg, and new character unlocked, as I mentioned to you earlier on. Here he is.
Looking the least like a fisherman ever, I think.
He don't go fishing often.
I haven't been fishing for a year.
He hasn't, 2 years.
So
this 1.5 years. So this is my good friend Jimmy, who I spent most of my time fishing with over the years. But as I mentioned to you earlier on, kids, family, jobs all get in the way. We don't go as often as we should do anymore. That's not a fish, that's a coot. Brilliant.
That's took the wind out your sails.
That has taken the wind out of my sails. So we're all set up. Let me just spin. Okay, so I've got my 3 rods out here, which were perfectly set up till the coot just flew through all 3 lines. Oh.
Not a coot, that's not a coot.
Oh. Go.
Oh, we're just live action here. We're having a cheeky little run. Anything? No?
Definitely a fish though, on that one.
Yeah, 100%. Nothing makes the bobbin fly up and down like a fish. Ooh, and the worms have gone from Simon's super catfish rig. Time to rebait. We go again. I blame the coot.
I blame the coot on that one as well.
What an absolute coot.
Let me re-rig this up and I'll be back to you soon.
We're back later. We're on.
Okay, right then. Here's the homemade pop-up worm rig that's going in. I hope it's going to do the business. There are some catfish in here. So we'll go through the fish stock in a little while. This is what I've just had the run on. So we'll see how this goes.
Prior to coot debacle. Shooting for the same spot, perfect. Not a huge amount of features out in the middle, which I prefer a feature lake. There is like a floaty island of lily pads, which they're probably hiding under in this sun because it is hot today. Alright, let's see this if this does the business, eh? Traps there.
So it is now 1:20. Jimmy's here. Definitely not a fisherman with his yeah, got a camo top on. The bivvy is up over there now. We are slowly sorting out the pegs, or the peg. So I'm going to show you the swim, show you where we are. Okay, so this is, we're sharing rods on this trip, any rod, but this is my swim. I currently have got now that I've got the bait boat, so I've put one just off that margin under that tree over there. I've got a zig rig just out in the middle here, and I've got a zig just in these lilies here, which isn't doing a great deal. Lots of fry there, I can see them. And then in Jimmy's peg, he's got 2 rods out at the minute. So he's got one in front of here, and he's got a solid bag out there somewhere. We've had the deeper out. There's a few fish here, there, and everywhere. So yeah, interesting island I've got here, which is surrounded by floating foam. It's a new thing I've never seen before. Train went past up there. But as you can see, the weather is glorious. The company is not bad, and we're on the Carp Lake.
Also called the roadside lake.
Oh, is it? So in here there is cats to 25, I think it's on the internet, and sorry, carp to 25 and cats to 50, is it?
Yeah.
So there's a few catfish in here. So yeah, they'll sit rep in a couple of hours unless we catch something. Final words, Jimmy?
Tight lines. Fingers crossed. Let's have a catfish.
Oh, you also get your own big carp cradle here for the big cats, which is quite cool. Okay, right, I'll catch you in a bit. Okay, sit rep is 3:30. So far we've had 2 bream, and that's probably a bream on the end of there as well, on a worm rig. As I said earlier on, we're sharing rods, so Jimmy's had a bream, I've had a bream. Although the bailiff is behind us in the corner over there, you can see in the shade. He's put us on some spots and told us what to use to, not that we didn't know already, but just confirmed what to use for the old cats and carp. Yeah, the sun is very hot indeed. Oh, that's another bream, by the way. I'm going to show you this rod. So it's this left hand side rod here. It's got some worms on it in the margin to the left. Watch that bobbing. Tell me it's a bream without telling me it's a bream.
It's worse than a bream.
What's worse than a bream?
A rud.
I think I prefer a rud. They don't disintegrate your net.
And ruds do fight a little bit better. And they look nicer.
They do.
And they're less slimy.
It's now not doing it half as much as what it was a second ago, standard when you get the camera on. But yeah, the sun is still shining. It's very warm. The bivvy is going to be like a greenhouse tonight. I'm hoping it cools down. There we go. Got that. Yeah, that's a bream. Tell me it's a bream without telling me it's a bream. So, yeah, we'll come back if we get something. We haven't filmed the bream, obviously, because that's illegal. So, we'll come back to you if we catch anything of any size.
Or a £40 bream.
Yeah, do they exist? Right, see you in a bit. Hello. Okay. New sit rep, obviously no fish as yet because you've not seen us with any. So it is now 6:10. Still nothing really doing. Jimmy's got his top on, thank God. But we have just ordered us tea, so we're going to have us tea, have a pizza. I'll show you the tea when it arrives. We'll have that, then we're going to reset the rods. But yeah, I haven't seen anybody catch in the lake. At all, apart from this morning when we first got here. But having a nice time. The sun is still out. It keeps going back in, which is also quite nice as well. So yeah, we sit and wait.
Stun.
The what?
Still calling it the stun.
Stun. I know. So I was doing stun. Sun's out. Let's have a look at the lake. Just watching the quacks.
It's a menage a trois.
It is. So yeah, we are waiting for our takeaway to arrive, and then we're going to reset the rods. Yeah, nothing else to say. You got anything else to say?
Come on the fish.
Come on the fish. I know. Hopefully, when it cools down a little bit, they'll get on the munch, but only time will tell. Okay, catch you in a bit.
Ooh.
Okay, the food has just arrived. Standard, a random
Concoction.
mushroom coral strip bhaji,
Garlic bread with cheese.
poppadoms, garlic bread. I'm going to turn the camera around. Garlic bread with cheese, pizza, some random poppadoms, and a bit on the side. That green stuff. Clearly still no fish yet, but working towards it. We're going to reset the rods after we've had this food. All right, come back to you when we're full. Phone, which I'm using to film the TikTok live, to ask Alfie to join.
Oh. There we go. Oh, tighten that clutch. Fish on? Oh no. This could be interesting. Go underneath that thing. Do the rods in? No. What is it, sir? It's the way that the tail comes up like that. It feels like it's wrapped around.
Back of the net.
Don't want to go. There she goes. And away. Get in. That's one, brother.
So off the mark, obviously we've had 2 bream, but a proper carp, nice looking thing. First one from here, caught on that robin red with a pink fake corn, or topped with a pink fake corn, which is probably my favourite bait of all time, to be honest. I do obviously like the new baits from Shillams that we got recently, but that is my my all-time favourite as it is. So that was my fish, I brought it in. The next one will be Jay's fish. And it will bring in. We need to do a quick food review on the pizza, which was from Pizza Time, was it called?
Pizza Time.
Yeah, Jay is a bit of a pizza connoisseur. How many out of 10 are you giving it?
3.4.
3.4. I think there's a famous pizza guy that does reviews, and that does the one bite review. Yeah, half a bite review. It was the pizza wasn't good. The garlic bread was all right, I thought. I got some mushroom barges. They weren't mushroom barges. It was a mushroom pakora, which were awful. The poppadoms were all right, but yeah, in total, not good. We wanted a Chinese, but we didn't have any reception to get to the Chinese. So, but it is what it is. And it's filled our bellies a little bit. So we'll just start chilling, having a beer. Hopefully the rods are going to go off again, and I'll come back to it. Hopefully I'll get some filmage of the next one we'll be pulling. But we're off the mark. Hopefully this is a sign of things to come. Last words, Cole Jimmy?
More fish, please. Or at least one more fish, please.
I'm sure we will. I've got a feeling this place comes alive at night. I've felt the water, and it's, what was it, 24 degrees the water. I've had baths colder than that. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that once the temperature dies down a little bit, there will be on the feed. So, yeah, all good news. We're off the mark. See you in a bit. Good morning. It is 7:30. I'll be up about 45 minutes, making a brew, resetting the rods. And last night was a blank. A few bleeps, blaps, a couple of very small runs, but nothing took. Mr. Swain creeping in the corner there. And yeah, not the best night's sleep I've ever had in my life, due to mainly a couple of reasons. One, this place is lit up like a Christmas tree on a night time. I suppose the benefit of that being, if you'd got a fish, you wouldn't need a head torch, but there are floodlights everywhere. And there's a floodlight, our bivvy is there, and on that building there is a floodlight aiming straight towards it. So it felt like the daytime in there all night, and they were on all night. That and the trains. Obviously there's a freight train that goes past up there. They are loud, aren't they?
Multiple freight trains.
Multiple long, like 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. It was all night long. But anyway, I reckon I got to sleep about 3 o'clock. But it's all good. So yeah, we're up. It's going to be another glorious day, as you can see. Reset all the rods. Oh, Jay's just in the middle of setting his rods up. He's having a break in the middle of setting his rods up this morning.
He's
having a sit. So yeah, just reset the rods. Probably going to be here for, I don't know, a couple of hours, I reckon, and then start the task of packing up. So we will come back to you if we have any fish on the bank. I'll show you the lake this morning, which is very beautiful. There she is in all her glory. There's that big yellow thing in the sky. Oh, I don't know if I showed you where I caught that fish from yesterday, but basically at the moment I've got 3 rods out. I've got my left-hand rod is just in front of these lily pads here. This middle rod is that tree there, in front of that tree, and the rod that went off yesterday is the one just here, as advised by the bailiff, to bob one in there in front of those reeds. And it's had a bit of action during the night, is that rod. Definitely some splashes go on in this side of this this foam stuff. Lots of boshing goes on there to the right, but my rod, as you can tell, I can't go in there with the boat, but my rod is just in front of that reed bed there. Hello, hello, sit rep. It is, what time is it again?
10 to 10.
10 to 10. Yeah, nothing doing this morning. As you can see, the weather is glorious again, which is good for morale, not good for fishing. So we've started to pack down. You can see the bivvy is now gone, and got the worm rigs out at the minute to try and winkle something out. Last knock-ins, I reckon we're going to give it another hour and then call it a session. I'll just spin you around to show you the lake. There she is. Not a great deal of wind today either. If any of you are thinking of coming to Oakland, here's the pegs. There's not a great deal about this on the internet, to be honest. And the one thing I will say is that I didn't realise, I mentioned it yesterday, bait boats, it said on the internet that bait boats are not allowed. They are allowed. They are trialling it, as I've seen on a sign over there. Make sure people aren't being silly with them, but yeah, you can bring your bait boat, and I would recommend it. And if you're fishing peg 1, there, that's where I caught my fish from, there, under that tree, and then one down in this margin here with the lily pads, which is where my current worm rig is. Yeah, thoughts, feelings on the session?
It's not over till it's over, baby.
It's not, baby.
It's not over till it's over. We're going to go for a cheeky worm rig, although one thing we have realised about Oakland waters is you are kind of plagued by small fish, which is kind of unique for a specimen lake. So I think we are currently in the process of feeding the bream, of which we've had 2. So we are loading up on this, and then it will go like Billy-O after cast out, because, yeah.
Shows the rig. That's what we call a bunch of worms. Wow.
The worm rig. We're losing a few.
Let's go and witness the casting it out. So I've currently got that worm rig there. This left-on rod here is on a zig because of the weather. We've seen quite a lot of them topping, but they're just not eating. But you never know. Oh, no, that's him setting his alarms up. Okay, right, that's all me done, all packed up. I'm going to do my debrief in a second, but hopefully you have enjoyed that video and enjoyed meeting Jimmy. Jimmy, if you're watching this, which I'm sure you will be, thanks as always, mate. It's always a pleasure, never a chore to go fishing with you, mate. I wish we did it a lot more, but hey ho, it is what it is. And yeah, right, let's go to my debrief. Right, that's me all done. I'm doing my standard in the car, all packed up to the brim. Yeah, that was a peg just there. Oakland's waters. Overall review. Oh, there was no other fish, by the way, since the last time I spoke to you. Put a worm rig out. It was just plagued by bream, although I never actually brought one in. So Oakland waters review. Mixed feelings on it, really. I think it's quite nice water. I'll go through my issues with it. First of all, is some things they can do something about and some things they can't, but certainly the lights on a night time, why they've got that, I don't know. I wish I'd have videoed in the bivvy what it looked like when it was pitch black. Honestly, it was like daytime in there. Obviously the trains, which again they can't do anything about, it is what it is, but not ideal. The pegs also are quite close together. That's pegs 1 and 2 there. And if they're all full like they were quite hemmed in together, and the water you've got is not amazing unless you're on the end pegs. Luckily we were, so it's not a massive issue. And also the advertiser's got a cafe, but the cafe is only open when there's matches on the other lakes. A breakfast this morning would have been nice, but anyhow. And then on the positives, I mean, it was a nice fish I pulled out yesterday. It was in good condition. I'm sure there's lots of them. They've put a lot of new fish in recently. It would have been nice to get a cat, but I hope you can't pick and choose what you catch. And I'm not necessarily marking it on the catch of fish, because that's never guaranteed, and certainly the weather did not help us. Bright sunshine like it has been is not good. But then again, last night you'd think when the sun gone down they would get on the feed. They didn't. Nobody had anything out last night other than my fish at 9 o'clock. About 9 p.m. was the last fish out, and I've not seen anyone pull anything out this morning either. But yeah, daytime here, I wouldn't even attempt it. On the positive side, the toilets are top notch. Yeah, full on proper toilet roll in there. It's not a portaloo, they're proper toilets. There is a shower available as well. And the people are really nice. The two bailiffs we've met, Steve and I think Andy was the other guy. Really nice guys. Showed us where to go and what to do, and they're always around everywhere. Within that, so a nice community of people, that's for sure, which is always nice. And yeah, if I'm honest, will I come rushing back? Probably not. I think there's other fisheries I'd rather try before coming back here. But maybe one day we'll come back and try again. We'll see what happens. So cool. Once again, thank you very much for watching. Much appreciated. And I will see you on the next trip.